welcome you. We just wanna welcome you. We just wanna welcome you. We just wanna welcome you to our love class. Welcome you.
Take your shoes off at the door.
We just wanna welcome you.
Yeah, welcome to the night show.
We just wanna welcome you.
Come and watch while I love
We just
glow.
wanna welcome you.
This is the Love of King and Chyy show.
All this fucking bullshit. Too much bullshit just to register a fucking car. Say you want dogs. Say you want dogs, nigga. Say you want dogs, bro. You ever register a car, you know the stress that I'm going through right now. I'm trying to get this bitch registered. This shit is a heart attack. Alright, same parking spot. Alright, guys, so let me catch y'all up. Chyy is on the phone with CarMax because we need a representation of our title.
A lens holder is what it's called. So whenever you get a new car, make sure you have the lens holder. Make sure you get the lens holder on the information. We did our car through CarMax, and apparently CarMax doesn't do their lens holder on the paper, which doesn't make sense because if you needed to register, why don't they put it? It's not on the app. We need to call so they can, it's a whole document they need to like send over. And she has me on the phone. Listen to this. So happy Vlogmas day 1, guys. This is our reality. So we had to go get an emissions test because everyone we talked to who lives in Georgia, is from Georgia, says, no, you don't need that. So we didn't get one. And now here we are, having to get one. So get one, just in case, so you don't have to get one later on. We passed, of course, because one thing we don't play about is this car, okay? So we better have passed.
Now I'm just trying to go through all of these receipts.
For what?
They don't give it to us, do they?
What?
What we do?
We need the lens holder, which I'm on the phone for.
It's not in here.
No, it's not on there. Y'all just heard me, right? And then I also need to call Geico and figure out why our insurance isn't located down here.
Because it was more money. You said fuck it.
We shouldn't have said fuck it, because now we gotta do it. So that's something else we gotta pay for today, so that's awesome. The emissions test was what, $22? Our registration, all the fees and everything was like $250, I think. Just put it on the paper. And they sure we're gonna have late fees and whatnot. We've been dodging them for a couple months, but that's the point. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, she took over the camera. I was talking to y'all.
I'm sorry, say it again?
We gotta figure this out. So give us a
said
second.
that I need
Trying to get our lien holder information email, and they're talking about how they can't email it. But we just got off the phone. She said she emailed it. The guy's like, no, she mailed it to your address. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I want to punch somebody in their face. We actually arrived at 10:22.
Right, definitely 10:22.
And we are leaving at what time?
2:30, so 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 1:30. It's 4 hours.
Jesus Christ.
4 hours
I'm going to go drink and smoke weed
of running around.
and fighting people. I was yelling at everybody.
My foot hurts. My knee hurts. I'm starving.
Definitely starving. And I'm mentally adult drained. So now I'm gonna go be a child for the rest of the day.
Right, we get in the Christmas spirit because today is Vlogtober day 1. I mean Vlogtober, Vlogmas. Are y'all ready for Vlogmas?
Exactly.
Now we have to gather our thoughts to decorate. We'll decorate probably tomorrow or sometime this week. I ain't doing that today.
Like I told y'all, y'all can come with us and and shut your brains off if you like.
Right.
We're about to go do that.
Right.
It's ridiculously cold, but we've been Instacarting and trying to be responsible. And Instacart isn't pulling enough money, so a motherfucker needed to register his car so that we can Uber and shit. So all of that was too much. Were they gonna mail the registration, or is that the registration?
I don't know.
I'm
This
Confucius.
is the registration.
That looked like a piece of shit compared to what the hell Boston give you. But now I'm about to try to do this with my bare hands. I'm about to give it a little twist. Yeah, I can't do that with my bare hands. I'm gonna need some. That shit bent the goddamn. That shit bent it. Look at that. That shit bent it. There's no screwdriver in there?
No. We got a straw.
Hold on, y'all. We gotta figure this out. Alright, so luckily there was a Goodyear right next to the tag office. And they let me use their Phillips screwdriver real quick to handle business. And the last time I put the tags on, I didn't put them on too tight because I knew that this was gonna happen one day. And that happened to me when I first moved. When I first got my first car, they put the tag on way too tight. So when we were transferring plates, I couldn't get it off. So lesson learned. And this time, I saved myself. It's perfect. Now I don't gotta worry about that shit this time. You feel me? Now you only do them tight enough so people can't walk by and take it off. People like to steal tags and shit. However, oh shit, that's put on by a whole different. That's retarded. That's put on by a whole different thing. I need pliers. What the fuck? Handy dandy pliers, because they want to do some dumb stuff. Boom. Couple twists, because I know I didn't put them on tight. Feel me? And my glasses are sliding on my oily ass nose. Oh, I could have put the Phillip in there. It's just a smaller one. That's weird.
Hi, what's poppin', you guys? We are back home now. It is way later in the day. It's like 11. Almost 11:30. Something like that. So we, after all that you just saw in the clips before, this one, we came home and we took a nap. I personally had to take a nap. When things like that get me going, get me crazed like that, I need to like take a step back and just redirect myself, because this morning blew me like kaput. So, and I was kind of sad, because that's not like how I wanted the first day of Vlogmas to be. But you know, some things you just can't fight, you just can't help, and you still got to do it. So that's definitely a lesson for everybody out there, if not myself and Kay. You still got to do things even when you don't want to, even when you had other plans. You still got to get adulting stuff done. But now it's done, and it's over with, and it's perfect.
Don't worry about the car I drove. Don't worry about the car I drive. What's the word? We back home, nigga. It's mad late. It's 11:30, and I'm over here trying to defrost some sausage in a pot. We are hungry.
We're not hungry.
But we wanted to tell y'all what happened today and give y'all some information. You have to tell them, Shani.
Nigga, we were trying to get the car done. The car wasn't getting done until this morning. That shit blew me out. I already told them how I had to take a step back because it, like, really just dismotivated me from everything in my life. Like, I was done.
Take a shot for it.
I was so done. Yeah, let's take a shot. Let me pull out the cups. But, like, y'all, I was on the phone with the lady, the first lady, and I had to get some papers. So I was like, okay, can you email them to me in, like, the tags office? Huh?
What were the papers?
What were the papers? I don't know.
The first time we were on the phone, it was
Oh, to get the
lesion agreement.
what is that?
I keep saying it. Right?
Lesion. That's like a body part. That's like something's wrong. That's something's on your body. The len holder agreement.
holder.
Yeah, that you were saying earlier. So I had to get that information. And she was saying, so I told her that she had to send it to two emails. So she sent it to the 2 emails. I gave her the emails, like spelled it out and everything. And so we're waiting in line, mind you. But when you're in line, they give you a 30-minute like wait time or whatever. So we have to get out of line. And so we're waiting for it. Nothing comes through. So I'm like, you know what? Let me call back because nothing's coming through. And I'm trying to get this done. Like we're trying to speed this up. So get on the phone with the other person, other guy, and he's like, "Oh, she mailed it to your house."
Who asked for that?
Why would you? How do you mail it to my house if I gave you 2 emails? Like I said, I gave her my email, and she put it in the computer. Like you can hear the, and I was like, "Okay, cool." And then gave her the second email. I gave her the second email, spelled it out. She read it back to me. Said, "Cool, cool, cool." He said she mailed it to your house. How? How? So that was the first thing that was like the third thing that just blew me out. So I was over it. By the time it was all said and done, I was out of it. So
like,
that's all that really was.
It wasn't all. Let me get to the nitty gritty. She's rushing.
I'm
She's
rushing it, yes, because
no, you have to tell them what's going on. The part of the channel is about to.
yeah.
So
Sure.
what happened was she called and the guy's like, yeah. What did he tell you? He said that they can't. He tried to say that
The second guy or the third guy?
Yeah, the second guy.
Okay.
The second guy said that we can't even.
Email. They
right?
can't even email.
First of all, right? When we got the email, the lady's X looked like a J. So we sent the stuff to the wrong email address the first time anyway. So the first time was just messed up. It was messed up with the lady. So the second time he's like, we can't email it. We need to fax it.
Right. Mind you, the people already, with the first time we went into line at the tags whatever, the place, they said, that was the first thing she said, that our fax machine is down. So we were like, all right, can't do fax, so email. Then we get on the phone with Geico. They say they don't email. No, car insurance. CarMax. They said they don't email. So I didn't understand.
So what happened? Somehow we got off the phone.
We got off the phone because he said that he would fax it to us, and he said he would email something. Cause I was.
Give us a second. To having a registered car. So, get off the phone with them, because they give us their fax number, and we're going to fax over the phone. They give us the wrong fax number.
They gave us the wrong fax number.
So, I called this time. I was like, Cheyenne, obviously, there's a miscommunication. Something's going on. And this miscommunication on their end, because I'm sitting here and you're saying everything clear. So let me talk to them. So I get on the phone and I'm like, first of all, the lady took emails, mailed it. I don't know what's wrong. I didn't want to call her dumb. I just said maybe she didn't have her coffee this morning. But something's going on over there. That don't make no sense how she take emails and then mail it. Told us, she said she emailed it. She didn't say mail. So I'm like, all we need is an e-document. We don't need a physical document. We need an e-document.
We just need an e-document. Electronic document. I don't know what's so hard. If I can't do you, maybe there's someone else I can talk to, because I don't understand what's going on over there.
Because he kept trying to say, yo, we can't do it. Like, he's like, yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, you trying to figure it out? No, give me somebody else. So we got this guy named Justin, right?
Justin's the man.
Justin
CarMax.
At CarMax, he figured it out. Thank you, bro. He emailed us the form, and we finally go all the way back to inside. They're gonna tell us the form's not filled out right.
Right, and it's like, that's another thing. You can literally tell like companies what to put in forms, and they don't put it. They'll be like, oh, we know, this happens all the time. And so you being the person that needs it, you're like, okay, this happens all the time. I'm not the only person that registers my car. So, okay, like, you got it. He didn't put any of the information we needed.
And it's like, the lady told us that we need an email because, you know why? They do it all fucking day. If they couldn't do emails in other states, when you transfer plates, if they couldn't take email, guess what? She would have told us to mail it and that we couldn't get it done today. I kept asking her, can we get this today? Yeah, you can get this today. All right, you can get an email today. You don't need to wait. What happens? She gave us a 30-minute pass to step out of the line and go handle it. So I know for a fact that you're just being retarded on the other side of the phone. I know for a fact you don't know what you're doing. The dude sends us over, what is it, the lien holder? Mm-hmm. The lien holder. The lien holder, right, information needs the signature of the person that you pay to monthly and where you finance the car. They need the signature from there too.
As well as the seller.
Yes.
And that.
He only gave us the lien holder's address and the signature.
No, they only gave us the seller at first.
So therefore, and they're like, CarMax cannot be your seller and the lien
right? They're
holder.
like, they're both? Yes. Because you can get your car to CarMax and get a car from CarMax and finance through CarMax. Like, I was like, I was sitting there, I was like, I was like, maybe it wasn't CarMax.
Right.
Like, maybe it was at JD Buy Ride still.
Right.
Like, I was sitting there like, am I tripping? Am I the one? What is going on? I was like, I know this is not happening.
It was happening.
Like, guys, we spent 4 hours there. 4 hours. Because mind you, it was a 2 to 3 hour wait for everybody in line if you didn't have an appointment.
And last week we went and the line was closed, so we made an appointment for today.
Thank God we made an appointment. Because there would have been no way I would have sat in line for an hour.
We tried when we got here. That's why we was riding dirty. We tried and it was blazing hot. And we said, you know what, we're going to go home and take a nap. And I bet you by the time we do that, they're still not going to text us. They still didn't text us by the time we woke up from the nap. They didn't text us.
We went our first time trying to do it when we first got down here. We did it. And she said, we text you, and that was at like 3 o'clock. And then I didn't get a text message till like 6:30. At that time, we already came home, took a nap, had something to eat. 6:30, 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I'm not doing it. No. And so after that, we just kept it on the hush. And so, but we got it done.
Yeah,
so,
we needed it.
But it should not be that hard. It should not be that hard, that difficult. And people, should know what they're doing.
Right?
Like,
So,
if you don't like a job, if you don't care about the job, don't do it.
exactly.
Like,
So,
just,
we had to call Justin back.
right, because we got his direct number
Right? It's not. Make sure
and his name.
when you deal with people over the phone and you feel like you may have to call them back, just get their direct information.
Get their direct number and their name. And so if you are directed to somebody else, be like, I want to talk to Justin. I'll wait.
That's what we had to do, and it worked.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, matter of fact, just email me a picture of their checklist, because he was like, I filed for cars and registration in Georgia, and I don't understand what they're asking you. Like, I never had to get all this extra information. Well, you filed for cars in Georgia, you never filed an out-of-state registration.
Right.
So that's why all of this extra stuff is hard. So we thought that honestly our registration was gonna be $800.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be 800. So we
Right.
read it. We were like, God damn, $800. We gotta make sure we got that. So, and it turned out to only be like
360.
No, it wasn't even
320.
360. It was like 320 something. So, and that was for the plate, the fees of us like being here and not registering, you know. So, but I would say if you do it, at least in Georgia, coming from out of state, it's gonna be around. I would say make sure you have like a good 500. I'll say that, just because you always want leeway because not everyone's situation is the same.
Oh wait, babe. Before we finish up, let's tell them about Geico. Because once we finish that with them,
Oh, because we were on both. We were
once
like,
we finished with them, we thought we were done, because we got Geico's information they had to transfer our address, because we was not switching over anything that was looking like mad money at the time. We was acting like we was living in Boston. So we finally switched it over. They affected it for December 22nd.
oh yeah. And we were like, ma'am, and I once again told the lady, and guys, like, I promise you when I'm on the phone, like, I don't like calling back. I don't like having to retell someone my stuff. Like, I used to work. Sorry guys, had to clean up some footage. But yes, so we get the paper from Geico, our binder. So they call it a binder, but in layman terms, it's just your proof of coverage and like the date and all that. Just so they know, because I was like, we need a binder? We need a whole binder? What is going on? So it's just your
The
proof.
world was over for us.
My God, I was over it even more. So, but it's just your proof of coverage. So, at first, we had it and it said it was going to be in effect the 22nd of this month, like Kay just said.
Yeah, and like, we thought that we were good. We were like, we Gucci, nigga. We go back. We're like, I'm about to be out of here. She's like, we can't accept this. We're like, what? Wait.
Right? Wait.
What you mean you can't accept it? She's like, because it's not effective today. We have to get it effective on the date, or it already has to be in effect. So, your proof of insurance need to be effective instantly. If you're gonna register your car the same day.
Right. Because you need to have coverage, which makes sense. But it's like, if we already have coverage, why do we need to like create a whole new
Policy.
Basically, a whole new policy. Just
policy,
that's infected today.
it's
That's
just-
effective.
The policy, the term for the policy is just, the easier way to understand what that is just your business agreement with them on what they're insuring. So
Yeah.
whether that's the house or the car, it's called a policy.
Yeah. So, but to me, like, that still doesn't make sense, because it's not like we don't have insurance. Like, we have insurance on the car. So I was confused, because it's like, if we have insurance on the car now, today, why do I need to go through all this to like make it a thing? Like, get a whole new policy.
When you get a policy, if you get a house or a boat or a car, they all have separate policies.
For sure.
It's not just in one package. I thought it was in one package. Just to let y'all know, it's a different one. So we have home insurance, that's our
Rental
Geico,
insurance.
rental insurance. With Geico is separate from our car insurance with Geico.
For sure. So yeah, like you said, we have rental insurance that we didn't even have rental insurance until we moved into our own place. And
you need that.
yeah, and it's very important to get it. So
It's a requirement.
it's a requirement, and if it's not a requirement, you should still get it just in case, because if there's like a flood or a fire happens, like God forbid, or anything like that, your apartment isn't gonna cover that. Like your rent doesn't cover shit like that. So you need to have renter's insurance. So that's just a tip, but that's just a part of it. So right.
We go and we call, and the lady's like, "Oh, you need it effective today. We got you." She does her little on a keypad, and we hear it. And she emails us. It's a goddamn card. What is it called? What is the insurance card? Which the R&B,
The ID
it's
cards.
called R&B in Massachusetts. I don't know what it's called down here. It was like tax and title office.
Yeah, we just went to the tags and titles. Those are the only two things that they cover. Whether
Yeah.
we went to the DMV, they covered like everything.
Okay,
That's
so
the
the
difference.
tax and title office
Yeah.
does not take insurance cards. They only
ID
take
cards.
binders for proof of insurance. And something else, but binders is the more easiest thing to find. And nowadays everything's on your phone. So if we had an effective insurance policy, all I had to do was just send us the binder and then it'd be fine. But we have to keep calling so that they can change the effective date. And since she just sent us a card, I get out of line again,
Another 30-minute wait.
call her again for them to send us a binder that still said the effective date of December 22nd. So then we had to tell her on the phone this time to change it.
Because this time, not like the other two times, I made sure she stayed on the phone until I
Like we
received
did with
the email, until I checked it over. So that is another thing that we learned today. When you are doing something that important, make sure you keep them on the phone when you get the email, and make sure you look over the information that you need in the email so you don't have to call back and deal with the wait and all that and hitting all these buttons. Because Geico had one more time to tell me about some deal they were doing, and I was gonna bug out, and I was like, yo, automated message, it's me and you. What's up? It's me and you. So make sure you guys do those steps too, because that's also important.
Yes. So she finally sends us the right information, and then we go in and we got our tags. Finally got our tags. So then the problem was, I don't have a screwdriver right now, and I'm tired of driving paranoid. So I went to the local. For everybody that told us down here that we don't need a fucking emissions test. We needed a fucking emissions test.
We needed an emissions test. Thank God it was around the corner, and thank God it wasn't too expensive. Because in Boston, we would have been paying a good $25, $30. So, but down here it was only like 22, and it was only like, what, like 10, 15 minutes?
Exactly.
Wasn't long at all. But, and we passed, thank God, of course. But, yo, like, it all, when I'm down here, or at least in the South, because they go by counties for a lot of stuff. Compared to up north, they go by, what is it, the districts?
Yeah.
Or like the cities and states. But you normally, like in Massachusetts, everything's like blanketed. So it's like, yes, everyone needs an emission test. That's what you need to pass. Like, that's it. No matter who you are, where you live, that's what you need. But down here, it's like, this county may have one or may need it, but this county 10 minutes down the road might not. So you have to do your research in that, and that's something that we didn't do prior because we didn't know. So
Everybody's telling us, don't
look at that, how he's pouring that in there. That looks so good. I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks so good. I'm just ready to eat.
But guys, so I went to a local Goodyear, and I just got a Philip screwdriver, and I switched over the last place like y'all saw. You know what I mean? And everything is good. And then later on, I went to visit some people that we are trying to collaborate with. We'll talk further with that one. That is more solid.
Yes, that was
dope.
yeah, for sure. So that was a big thing on our list too. So we made some really good progress after dealing with a headache this morning. Sorry that day one Vlogmas wasn't Christmassy, but this is our real life. Y'all know we don't like to really hide much from you guys, and there's not really much. It's hard to hide stuff from you guys if we're gonna be doing an everyday thing. Like, y'all know how we get down. We don't really sugarcoat nothing. So that's just what it was. And today wasn't the best day. It was definitely an adulting day, and we learned something. So you know we gotta share it with y'all, okay? Because hopefully y'all come down here or go anywhere when you go into your journey, and you know, we gotta set y'all up right. Don't get knocked into on the side of your head like we did with certain things, because Lord, couldn't nobody help us with this. Like, you know, certain things you gotta learn as you go. Exactly. So, and when you learn information, especially key information, pass it on. You know, why keep it to yourself and let someone else go through the same headache you did? No, we don't do that over here.
We gonna let y'all know, fool.
We gonna let y'all know. We're here to help, okay?
We gonna let you know, fool.
And we gonna have y'all help us by hitting that subscribe button if you're new.
For real.
Liking this video, okay, if you're new or old, or returning or young, or however, and share with all your peoples. So I want y'all to comment down below some tips that you guys have regarding like cars. Comment down below if you guys have any tips for cars, your insurance, how to move from state to state, how to just move in general if you're in one state, how to move out of state, how to move out of the country if you live in a different country, like just some easier ways to help everyone else, you know? So, cause that's what we're here for. We're here to help each other, okay?
Exactly.
So, that is basically all. So right now, Kate is cooking. What you cooking, baby? What's for dinner?
Some hamburger helper, because we cold.
Okay. No, we're not. We're not poor. We're just struggling right now. We're in a COVID pandemic, okay? Because that's a whole nother video. But we've had blessings on blessings this year. Okay, so yeah, so he's cooking dinner. And that's basically it. So thank you guys once again for tuning in. And we'll see y'all tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 2. And we can really get this going.
See you on doors.
Oh, Jesus. It's not
If
gonna
you love the KingNChy.
Bye.